Everybody has an opinion.
No, I don't think so.
I employ that bloke for when gigs are going bad.
You look incredibly rock and roll.
How would you cook that?
Be more entertaining. I'm glad you like that. It's a little bit of weed.
Boom.
Boom, boom, shake the room. Episode 25, guys.
Oh, wow, 25. That's like, what's a quarter of a century?
Yeah, definitely feels like it.
Well, we've evolved this podcast at the same time as we've evolved the studio. New curtains on the wall. Thank you, Lily.
Yeah.
A bit of a seamstress, Catholic schoolgirl.
Oh, yeah, a bit of it. And then shout out to Jazeera Alterations on corner of York and Clarendon for finishing the rest off for me, guys.
Oh, okay. Oh, the illusion's broken. All right. I thought it was all you.
No. Support local business.
Okay, thank you. But at least you know what to ask for.
That's right. Well, once again, we are not alone. We've got a guest in studio today.
Yeah.
Our guest today is Stephen Hall. He's an Australian writer, actor and author, best known for playing dozens of characters across 15 seasons of Shaun Micallef's Mad as Hell.
Shaun, don't bullshit on my leg and tell me it's a brown kitten.
He's written for some of Australia's biggest comedy shows, was personally chosen by John Cleese to play Basil Fawlty in Fawlty Towers Live. He's blushing now. He's also one of Australia's biggest game show winners. Oh. I'm almost done, don't worry, Stephen. He's the author of 3 books, including my personal favourite, Symphony Under Siege, and 50 Things to be Seriously Grateful for Today. Stephen Hall, it's over. Welcome.
Thank you very much. What a lovely introduction. Thank you very much for having me.
And game shows. Oh, that's a new one. Game show winner.
Yeah.
What was that?
This was in the year was 2006. This was on Temptation, which was the reboot of Sale of the Century.
Okay.
Stephen, shock and awe. No.
And I had been on Sale of the Century beforehand in 1994, got nothing, apart from a board game. And then 1999, nothing again, another board game. And then I came back in 2006 after Temptation was launched and did much better and went through.
Stephen, Sir Frank Packer. Sir Frank Packer is right, champ.
Right. Similar trivia type questions?
Yeah.
Right.
It was Sale of the Century in everything but name, really.
Oh, okay.
So it was essentially Sale of the Century.
Sale of the Century!
Pete Smith, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Pete. Nice to see you. Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Did you go up with that, Lily? No idea what we're talking about.
A little bit, not so much. I started watching television, I think, when I was like 6 or 7. So, yeah. And then it was just The Simpsons.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's still going.
Yeah.
It's still going. I watched some new episodes of that the other day. Goodness me, it keeps on keeping on, doesn't it?
It's not good anymore.
Oh, dear.
It's not well. But, you know, they're going. I think once Marge kicks it, that'll be it, right?
I did hear Mr. Burns' voice the other day, and he sounds like he always was going to sound. But, yeah, it might be time to ease that character back a bit, perhaps.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm looking forward to the section in this podcast of, I don't know if you know this, but given that you're an award-winning, board game winning prize winner.
Multi-board game winning.
I've won at least one board game.
Multi-board game winning.
Yeah. That's great. Let's put that on a poster.
We'll play a game after this.
Yes, well, I did deliberate, so hopefully you don't know what I'll tell you later. But let's start, as we always do, with the news. US Homeland Security has issued a BOLO, be on the lookout, alert for Ben Palmer, a Nashville stand-up and online prankster who created a parody ice tip website. Have you heard about this?
No.
So you watch his videos, I watch his videos.
It's like a PowerPoint presentation a lot of the times, isn't it?
Well, it's hilarious because he has a whole fake website and people do call up in earnest and report their neighbours. They're usually Mexican.
Where are you really from?
So, Palmer's videos did go viral after he took calls from members of the public who believed they were reporting immigrants to a real site. The site does have a disclaimer that it's for parody at the bottom, but I guess nobody reads that. So the DHS Bulletin has described him as doing online immigration impersonation, and they've got his photos, screenshots from his websites and YouTube up. So be on the lookout. If you saw Palmer, no, you didn't.
No, we didn't. I recall one of the particular dobbers was a mother at a childcare centre who reported one of the teachers or the kindergarten teachers.
And he's so dry about it as well. So the reason he gets such good content is because he doesn't give away his things. So, you know, he'll be like, now, does that mean I hear there's a 6-month-old, so should we be deporting the 6-month-old? And they'll be like, oh, I don't know about him. It's very funny. It's very tongue-in-cheek.
What's going to happen to him if he gets caught? Is he in really big trouble?
It kind of sounds. I mean, where are they going to put him, in one of those detention camp type places, or?
Yeah, I fear for him. Good luck, Ben. Wherever you are, I haven't seen him. I just want to make that.
No.
Yeah. Good luck to him.
Good luck to him. ARN Media has made longtime Kyle and Jackie O censor Missy Balfour redundant as staff departures continue after the show's collapse earlier this year. Balfour, known to listeners as Censor, had worked with the show for more than 12 years, dating back to its 2Day FM era. Her departure followed confirmation that 3 former producers, Alfie Laguza, Eliza Brown and Dean Royston, had also been made redundant by ARN. You're out! Not happy times over there.
No, the axe is falling, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's nothing left for her to censor anymore.
I guess that's, without Kyle, what is she going to do?
Yeah, Stephen, you do a lot of accents and characters. Maybe you can just be a single employee and then do everyone.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm available. Just can't see me
Jackie
after
O
the show.
and Kyle.
Yeah, and Kyle. Double act. Absolutely.
Double act. Why not? Stephen Colbert's final episode of The Late Show aired on CBS on Thursday, the 21st of May.
Hello again. I'm Stephen Colbert.
Ending both his run as host and the broader Late Show franchise after 33 years. Hilariously, during the finale, Colbert used copyrighted Peanuts music in a segment and then joked about the potential cost to CBS. He was like, oh, I hope they don't get sued for this, which famously that Peanuts music is the most contended and sued. People sue all the time for that. So he launched his YouTube channel with a public access style episode called Only in Monroe, filmed in Monroe, Michigan. CBS initially issued copyright takedowns around those clips as well, and then have paused those because people are like, come on, give him a break, really.
Right, I agree.
So the end of an era. Maybe he'll be back when Trump is no longer here.
Well, it doesn't seem far off at this stage.
Well, you think Trump's going to exit on his own terms? Or?
Well, I mean, at this stage, people have been calling it for ages, but at this stage, it's just maths, right? Like, he's old. He's going to die soon.
Well, that's true.
It's not even a call out at this stage. Like, he will die in the next 10 years.
Well, everyone seems to be having pot shots at him. Wasn't he another shooter at the White House recently?
There was, I think. That's right. And further to that point, his diet isn't the best, is it? No.
He loves some Maccas.
Yeah.
The Queensland Fringe has launched its first regional trail, the Wild West, which will be running from the 1st to the 7th of August. The route travels through Charville, Augathella, Roma and Toowoomba, where I used to live and started school.
Oh, wow.
Bringing live music, comedy and cabaret into regional Queensland. The Toowoomba leg is stacked, includes Jim Jeffries, Vanessa Amorossi, Dami Im, Wes Carr, alongside local theatre, film Q&As, live music and fringe activations. So I'm always a huge fan of the comedy circuit and regional, hitting regions. So I think that'll be awesome.
I'm getting Priscilla Queen of the Desert vibes here. Regional Queensland. Good luck, boys.
I wonder if they're all going to be on a bus together, Amorossi and Jim Jeffries.
Augathello won't know what's hit it.
well, at least we know what it is. Augathello is a town.
It's a Shakespearean character. It's
one of his lesser known
ones. That's right.
All right.
Keeping in theme with festivals, the Darwin Festival has launched its 2026 program with 764 artists across 405 performances. The festival runs from the 5th to the 23rd of August, and it spans music, theatre, comedy, cabaret, dance, circus, food and visual arts. So what's lacking there?
Yeah.
The broader comedy lineup includes Tom Gleeson, Josh Thomas, Amy Hetherington, Nath Velvo and Cassie Workman. Major music acts will be including Tism, The Drones and Hiatus Coyote.
Pretty good.
I know.
Pedigree, isn't it?
It sounds pretty
going
fun.
to Darwin, excuse me.
Yeah. Whip, off he goes.
Yep. And it's
I'm
great
back
to see,
now.
great to see Tism come back. I think they kind of went AWOL. Weren't they all high school teachers or school teachers?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And they've been around since the mid-'80s. And then the other week their audience trashed the Sydney Opera House. They've got a big bill, so they have to keep doing gigs to pay the damage.
There was, in the Hard Knocks comedy course this week, we had an English fellow born in the UK and, technically Scottish, but that's another story. And he was wearing he had a stop sign with Greg on his front page. And the Gen Xers knew immediately it was Greg the Stop Sign, one of the greatest songs ever written.
And it had reached all the way over there. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, that's right.
Australian comedian Sam Campbell's new 6-part comedy series, Make That Movie, premieres in Australia on HBO Max on Friday the 29th of May. The show stars Campbell alongside Aaron Chen, with Campbell playing a version of himself as a director who turns strangers' movie ideas into completed films in 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Campbell, Sam Campbell is very introverted, isn't he? Is it a young guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just came back from the UK, I believe.
Yeah, he was in the Last One Laughing franchise over there with Bob Mortar and hosted by Jimmy Carr, and we watched that.
Right.
He's a really unique talent.
Very dry, isn't he? Is he
Very
the one
dry.
that does the gorilla? There's a particular song where he does
I want to see bigger circles, and I want to see more respectful bows.
this song. Anyway,
I don't know.
but he's quite introverted, and Aaron Chen, of course, is massively introverted. So two introverted individuals doing a TV show.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
But introversion is actually part of comedy. A lot of people think that all comedians are extroverted, but I know, Stephen, you're a character actor and you become extroverted when you're a character, but you're relatively introverted as a Stephen Hall, though, aren't you?
As a Stephen Hall. Yeah, that's right. Not the Stephen Hall, just a Stephen Hall. No, I am. I don't think I have a naturally brash personality. But a lot of performers are shy. Lots and lots of performers are shy. It's just when you get us on the stage, there's no stopping us.
Yeah, because I know you do a lot of other people's impersonations. I say us Stephen Hall in case someone else does you. And I don't want them to think that you're an extroverted Stephen Hall and they incorrectly play the wrong Stephen Hall character.
Sure. No, that's okay. Just I can personally guarantee to all of your listeners that I am not someone doing an impression of me.
All right. So, Jeremy, you heard that.
Yes, I did.
All right, let's debate.
Let's debate this miscreant all day and all night.
And it's as simple as this, guys. AI in comedy posters. So we got some feedback.
Oh, we had some big feedback.
Here's the premise. Does AI in comedy posters hurt the comedy scene? So there's two. I guess there's two here. Do we yay or nay on AI in comedy posters? And then after that, does it hurt the industry?
So when we say comedy posters, for those who may not know, this is Tuesday night at the Roxy's pub, Jacko and Wacko and so on.
They're very good, those two.
Love
I've seen them a
Jacko
number of times.
and Wacko.
They're from the Breakfast Radio.
Tickets at the
they're very
door.
good.
Yeah, exactly. And it says Jacko and Wacko, and it's got stars, and of course there's that mandatory 1960s microphone.
Yes, gotcha.
Maybe some spotlights, some expressions, some pointing at imaginary audiences.
Wacko and Jacko's faces being cut out and they're sort of floating at slightly odd angles.
I think that would be special guest.
Oh,
they would,
yeah,
and then
no,
they
good
would
point.
put special guest under that, and because then they could flip that out. But that is what AI has decided all comedy posters look like. Although I think the one that was critiqued was actually not even a comedy poster necessarily. It was even, and I dare say it, a critique of one of the thumbnails from this very podcast.
Yes. Which, to be fair, are made with generative AI.
What was the one in question? What was it an image of?
Well, every podcast episode that we have, I try to combine multiple parts of the chat. So, for example, last week we had Richard Stubbs, and we also talked about Rome's Vatican City, the identification of the Pope using black and white smoke, and also cremations.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So
I can see the crossover.
Yeah,
yes,
there's a lot of crossovers. So we had Richard Stubbs walking past the.
He's carrying some firewood. I'm looking at the image now. There's black smoke coming out of an ornate building, and he's got a bit of a grin on his face. And you two look surprised behind him.
So is he coming back from a crematorium? Had he just burned the Pope? Or
going to a crematorium with the fuel?
We don't know, but you have to listen to that episode to find out. Hence the reason I used that. Now, the critique came in that I should not have used AI, and rather I should have got a graphic designer to create that.
It's a thorny issue, and it's one it's been on my mind a lot lately because I've recently done a project where I've written a lot of parody songs. I've written lyrics for parody songs. I'm a lyricist, not a songwriter, not a music writer. And I put them up on my website, thestephenhall.com. And I put a disclaimer up there as well because I've used the AI. You can read all the lyrics there. They're in the styles of various artists, but I also created some music tracks to illustrate what they might sound like with music behind them in the style of this performer or that performer.
Yep.
And I point out that this is only for illustrative purposes. I'm only using it as a tool. I will always value human musicians and songwriters and arrangers and composers. I've used it there as a tool. And I think this is a debate Am I on the side of the angels or the devil, and am I ruining it for everyone? Is it the start of the slippery slope? It's a debate that's not going to go away. I've used it as a tool, and I hope that people see and understand that that's all I've used it for, and I'm not sort of calling for the death of musicians.
Good. Well, on a slightly related component to AI and music, so again, I'm name dropping. Hard Knock Knocks has music when a comedian, when Brad Oakes, for example, brings on the next act. Yep. We used to just play music underneath, and that music I arguably would have been probably IP infringed. Technology evolved. We're a 10-year-old business. Technology evolved that it could hear, on YouTube that is, it could hear the 3 seconds and sometimes even less of a track and say, no, that's IP protected. YouTube would actually remove the audio, so it'd be silence and then the person would speak. So I was like, well, there's no shortcut of me paying the artist. There's no system in place that I can go, well, fine, I want that song, but can I pay a certain amount of money? So I wrote a whole bunch of songs using AI.
Yes.
I wrote the lyrics and then played with the theme, so it was a little bit more Britpop or it was a bit more AC/DC themed. And then I now play that for every intro and outro of every comedian that's going up and off stage. Don't have an issue with IP infringement anymore. So in a way, they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot because they're saying, don't infringe IP that's owned by our artist. Well, can I give you money? No, you can't.
Yeah. I hear you entirely, and I've used probably similar software to write these things because one's in the style of Morrissey and one's in the style of Roy Orbison and one's in the style of Madness. So all of these things, but they are tools. And as you say, I'm sure that if you could track down, if you played, for instance, Oasis, I want to pay royalties for 3 seconds of Oasis, there's not an opportunity to do that. No. So you are, and you don't want your comedians coming out to deathly silence.
No, that's right.
Yeah, so you've got to solve that problem somehow. But it's not black and white. It's a grey area, and the debate's going to rage on.
Yeah, and maybe the closing argument on. It seems like we're both a little bit confused, I guess. There's no hard and fast answer here. But the closing argument I would make is to defend the use of AI is it's not the focus of the art itself. Like the thumbnail is just a thumbnail of a more important podcast that's 35 minutes long, right? The music for the intro and the outro of the music of the comedian getting up and on off stage is just that. Yep. It's not the stand-up itself. So it is really just a cherry on top or a ribbon on the present. It's not the present itself.
And look, the issue that a lot of people will take is that obviously these generative models have been trained from actual people's art or performances, to which is a fair argument, but to which I also say so are we as people.
That's a point.
We are also trained when you're growing up and you're interested in music. What do? You learn about Beethoven. You learn about your favourite bands. You train your brain on different things, and that's why you'll hear a band and you'll go, they sound inspired by X. It's the same thing, except an AI is doing it a lot quicker. I do think that for purposes of selling things like tickets or products, I don't think that AI should be legal in advertising. I actually am sick of seeing AI advertisements because they're just not, I don't think that's fair for a consumer, especially fair when it's a physical product that's been generated. For comedy posters, I do think people should try to not use AI elements, but I don't think it's the end of the comedy scene. I think, look, you can do, I think the information will say that people are less likely to engage with something that is clearly AI made. So I think that's a choice that people can make. And if you want to potentially shoot yourself in the foot by saving time, then I don't think that's hurting anyone. Butt out.
All right.
Let us do our thing, man.
I don't know. So are we in agreement or not?
I think that no, yes and no. I'm on the fence, man.
All right.
I think AI is a tool, and it's only as imaginative or funny or clever as the person behind it. And you can make the most realistic movie in the world, but if you've got no imagination, like that's just why we have Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt fighting each other on top of a skyscraper, because that's all whoever made that could think of. So imagination and creativity, it's the mind behind the tool.
Let's get some beer in us, for God's sake.
Get on the beers. That's appropriate. Just do it.
It is beer o'clock.
It's beer o'clock, guys.
Somewhere.
Well, today, now, the audience knows that we live and we work in South Melbourne. And South Melbourne has a number of different pubs and also a couple of breweries as well. And this one is now, I have to be very clear. This is a Port Adelaide beer because I went down to – yes, this is Pirate Life. And Pirate Life has a brewery. Well, technically it's not their brewery. They wanted it to be a brewery, but they didn't get the ticks and boxes and so forth. But it's a very good bar/restaurant, high-end restaurant here in South Melbourne. And I went down there and I said, you're an Adelaide beer. And they said, Port Adelaide. And I know there's a lot of there's a lot of AFL, Port versus Adelaide.
I see. Locking horns.
Locking horns, yes.
Yeah.
So they have a takeaway section, and we have.
So this is all the way from Port Adelaide. It's
it
by the look on the can. It's called Pirate Life Stout. I see.
And look at that. It's a 355 ml. Fucking hell. We're never going to have a regular size can again.
I know.
5.6% alcohol by volume. Yes.
And it's our first stout. I don't think we've done a stout yet, have we?
We did the peanut butter stout.
Oh, we did peanut
way
butter
back
stout.
when, but
How was that? That sounds like a bizarre idea.
it was a chocolate peanut butter. It was. It wasn't. Yeah,
A good dessert beer.
Yeah, it was. It was not bad. Interesting. Now, mercifully, this doesn't seem to even have a read on it. They don't even care.
Well, they have symbols on the edge. I think this is what they do. They've got
Around the
mill,
top ring.
mash, rest, runoff, boil, parlour, tahaka.
These are little hieroglyphics around the top of the can.
Is that the order? Is this how you make your own stout?
16 degrees, yeast, ferment, chill, filter,
Oh, then.
can, enjoy, recycle, and then recycle.
Okay.
Oh, that's
see.
very smart. Well done.
Step by step.
All right.
I'd rather just buy a can and open it.
Well, because it's a stout, it probably needs a little bit of airing.
Oh, yes, to settle.
Yeah, to settle.
Yes,
I've got some small glasses. These are not pint glasses. Not that we need a pint glass, Pirate Life, because these are only 355 ml cans. So, yeah, Stephen, we've been quite critical of some of the beer companies producing 330.
Don't the Europeans do that? Like your Heineken bottles and all of those, aren't they 330?
I think some of them are. That's right.
It's not much, is it?
For those outside of Australia, our standard is 375. That's a can of Coke, a typical Melbourne Bitter or VB or Carlton Draft.
Yes.
And then it goes down from there, unfortunately. But we're looking for a brewery out there that might even have a 500 ml. Maybe we'll hear from one.
I think some of the Japanese ones do, like your Sapporo and your Kirins. I think they do a 500 ml can.
That's right. You can drink like 3 of them as you wait for the train.
And you should.
As you should.
Absolutely should.
The 8 hours that you're sleeping on concrete in Tokyo.
Yes,
Yeah.
if you're a salary man or a salary woman.
That's right. All right, here we go.
Cheers, everyone.
Oh, it's Vegemite.
Vegemite.
Yeah, I'm getting Vegemite.
Vegemite tastes. It is a
I'm getting soy sauce, actually.
soy sauce. Vegemite. We've mentioned Tokyo and you've gone all racist. 5.6%. So that's a heavier beer. No, this is a nice beer.
It is. The last stout I had was a Guinness, and this is quite a different texture to Guinness. This feels more carbonated than a Guinness, and it's got more like the bubbles are bigger. In Guinness, it's like that creamy, frothy top, but this is a bit more, the bubbles are bigger. It's a bit more like a soft drink in texture.
Like a white rabbit. Have you ever had a white rabbit before?
No, not the drink.
You're a hunter, eh?
That's right. And a carnivore.
A carnivore. Yeah, so the white rabbit's similar. It's almost like a dark ale versus a stout as such, yeah. Not a bad drop. Well done, Pirate Life. Now, we've just...
Yeah, I like that.
This is our first Pirate Life in the podcast. So a shout out to, I think it was Ash that I met behind the bar. Head of marketing there. So g'day. And we look forward to doing a little bit more taste testing with Pirate Life.
Yeah, yum.
Here in South Melbourne. Very good. And he said that this goes very well with their roasts.
I was going
can
to
see
say,
that.
I can.
It'd be a good accompaniment to red meat, absolutely,
Yeah.
or indeed a white rabbit. Yes.
That's right.
I have a dad joke about pirates, can I tell you?
Oh, please.
I know a lot of pirate jokes, but I can't tell the kids because they're all rated R. Dad! I'll get my coat.
Get out of here.
I know.
Now I think we're ready for a bit of history.
I was born ready.
You're born ready. Well, speaking of births, I've decided
Were we speaking of birth?
I like to, well, the history tends to be very birth death heavy. So it's almost like births, deaths and other things that happened. Maybe we'll change the segment too. So let's start. Mike Myers was born on the 25th of May, 1963.
Canadian Mike Myers?
Yes.
Because Mike Myers was also a mass murderer in
Halloween, Friday the
Halloween.
13th.
Yeah, that's one of them, yeah.
No,
Just want to make that clear.
we're talking about Mike Myers, the comedian, born in
Okay.
Scarborough, Ontario. He went on to create Wayne Campbell, Austin Powers, Dr. Evil, and was the voice of Shrek. Donkey! Matt Stone was born on the 26th of May, 1971, in Houston, Texas. With Trey Parker, he co-created South Park and later co-created the Broadway musical The Book of Mormon, which I saw just recently and was fantastic, still going.
Yeah, it's great.
Is that your kind of thing, Steve? Do you sing as well?
Yes.
You are a singer, yeah.
Yes, haven't been in a musical for a while, but I was in the original Spamalot here in 2007, and that was great fun. And yes, some dates still available. Yes, thestephenhall.com.
Yeah, that's right. And did that lead into the Fawlty Towers, or did one lead into the other? Or?
Not really. There was a big gap in time, although there might be something in that because the producer was the same both times. And so I wasn't an unknown quantity coming in.
Yep.
So it couldn't have hurt. Yeah, mind you, there was a 9-year gap between Spamalot and Fawlty Towers, the play.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I might have been on their radar.
Right. And for those that don't see the connection, Fawlty Towers, the main character, was from Monty Python. Spamalot is the musical, all the music of...
Spamalot is a musical created by Eric Idle, lovingly ripped off from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yep.
So it's a stage musical, very loose adaptation of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the 1975 film. And, of course, one of the members of Monty Python was John Cleese, who went on to create Fawlty Towers, the TV show, and then adapted it into a play.
What you just described.
The end.
Yes. Sounds like a great game show where you've got to find the connections between two shows and then win a board game.
Yeah, well, if you're lucky.
Because you would have won one.
Yeah, that's right.
Number
Fantastic.
3.
Fantastic.
24th of May 1981, Andy Lee was born in Melbourne. He went on to become one half of Hamish and Andy.
Which half?
The bottom half. Oh, man. Yeah.
Can I interject? I know that Andy gets a lot of flack for not being as funny as Hamish. Have you heard that before?
Really?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, in the classic double act, Hamish is the more playful, sort of off on tangents ones. And,
Yeah,
Yeah, but Andy's the good-looking one, right?
Wow, you heard, that wasn't me, Hamish. Sorry, mate. But there's always in a partner or a party of two, there's always going to be one that's something more than the other, right? So one's taller or one's better looking, as you described, or one's funnier.
Yep.
That's the sad thing. But he is a funny guy, Andy Lee.
Yeah, and he's had great success with the 100, hasn't he?
100.
That keeps on going and going. And he's written a series of kids' books called Do Not Read This Book, which has turned into Do Not Watch This Show, which is an animated series. And he's sold tons of them, so don't feel too sorry for him.
No, I think he's doing very well.
And he's great. He's a lovely fella.
He's got one called Don't Burn Down This Pub.
Has he?
Yeah. And you know, and that's how they get kids.
I wasn't planning to.
That's how they get kids to read books, and that's why there's been a series of spate of hotel burnings. Right? Have you noticed?
Really? So I thought a book called Don't Burn Down This Pub would have been like an anti-pregnancy sort of. That might be too long a bow. I thought it was funny.
Long bow.
You know that thing? You didn't watch your son get born, I guess. It's like watching your favourite pub burn down, watching your child get born. Have you not heard that?
I haven't heard that joke.
That's the joke.
That is such a boomer joke told by a millennial to two X's. Yeah, well done.
Well, there you go. It's a chance for everything new in this world. Unlike Graham Kennedy, who died on the 25th of May 2005.
I'm glad I'm sitting down.
So sorry. Graham Kennedy was 71, so, all right innings, quite frankly. He was the king of Australian television. I don't know how much I need to say. Won 14 Logies. He later returned with Blanky Blanks after one of Australia's TV's most infamous live broadcasting controversies. Do you remember that?
Yeah, we did it in The King because there was a TV movie based on the story of Graham Kennedy, and it was the crow call, wasn't it?
Yes.
You're talking about where he did a crow call, which sounded a bit like a rude word, which is very tame by today's standards.
So tame.
But
a C word.
No, the other one. No, it's fine.
The F word.
Yeah,
right.
by today's standards. And he got thrown off TV for it, but he was renowned as a naughty boy, pushing the edges, all that sort of stuff, and played brilliantly by Stephen Curry in the TV movie.
That was actually fantastic. Enjoyed it very much. Bill Hunter also died, what do you know, on the 21st of May,
Bill Hunter, give me more information.
Bill Hunter, well, my favourite role of his was in Bad Eggs. He became one of the greatest recurring faces of Australian film and comedy drama. Credits included Strictly Ballroom, Muriel's Wedding.
You're terrible, Muriel.
The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and Red Dog.
Yeah, he was in everything for a
He
while.
was
You
in
couldn't
everything.
you weren't allowed to make a film without Bill Hunter in it, I think. Yeah.
And even to this day, it's not even Bill Hunter's line. It was Mick Malloy's line. But whenever I see someone, I go, "You're looking hale and hearty." And I just think of Bill Hunter's reaction to that, which was to put Mick Malloy's character in a barrel and throw him down the stairs. Just such a great actor.
That'll teach you.
Fantastic film as well. One of my
I've got
faves.
you. Yeah, he encompasses the old Australian.
Like to drink, apparently.
Big.
I can see
He'd
that.
like the Pirate Life Stout.
I think he would actually. I think he would be a stout guy.
He was a stout guy.
There it is.
Boom.
But boom.
That's the next dad joke. You've got a couple of
Yeah,
those dad jokes.
well, I'm a dad, so sue me.
What are you going to do? Johnny Carson left The Tonight Show on 22nd of May 1992. Johnny Carson hosted the final episode of The Tonight Show, which ended his 30-year run, and it shaped all of American late-night TV comedy. His farewell episode had no celebrity guests and was watched by more than 50 million people.
Wow, that's a lot of people. No celebrity guest. Was it like a clip show?
I reckon it would have been, I think it was a clip show and monologues.
Yeah, okay.
Would have been a
And
real throwback.
This happens at the time when Stephen Colbert's just finished up his tenure on The Late Show, so
That's
history
it.
repeats.
So that was the 22nd of May 92. On the 25th of May 92, Jay Leno officially debuted and is the new permanent host of The Tonight Show 3 days after Carson's final broadcast. His first guests were Billy Crystal, Shanice, and Robert Krulwich, beginning one of the most contested eras in late-night comedy.
Robert Krulwich, he's a great voice does podcasts, or has previously done podcasts. I think he did Radiolab. Did you ever hear Radiolab?
I'm not familiar, no.
Yeah. He and his colleagues started Radiolab. The thing about Radiolab as a podcast, I think it started as a radio section and then became a podcast, is if you ever look at a track, if someone's making a music track and there's layers,
Yeah.
they had so many layers because they would have, like, your voice would finish my sentence with a sound effect of someone else with a bird call, and that would just be the first 5 seconds.
No, wow.
Incredible. They did Robert Krulwich. They did one in particular where they talked about light, and it's a podcast, no video. And so they described light and how different animals had different rods and cones and could see different types of light using opera singers singing notes.
Wow.
Gee, that's complicated.
Yeah, and it was one of the best.
Brilliant.
So
Brilliant,
for our
though.
podcast listeners, I might even put this in
Yeah.
the show notes. Yeah, that one, I think it was the manta ray shrimp. It can make a bubble at the same temperature as the sun.
Oh, whoa.
It's a type of shrimp. Yeah, that can kill.
It's a
And-
defensive.
defensive, and it also has a massive eyesight. It's got you can see colours that nothing else can see.
What a trippy little fish.
Oh, a little bit of I don't know if you know this.
Yeah, well, hilariously, that's our next segment. Morry and Stephen,
Yes.
I don't know if you know this,
I don't know if you know this, kids. Has it ever made you pause and
but there is a real parasite, we're very on theme here, that eats a fish's tongue and then becomes the fish's new tongue.
Really?
Yes. Okay, cool. I was like, I need to find something that Stephen didn't know.
Stephen, shock and awe? No.
It's not got an original name. It's called the tongue-eating louse. So it's really transparent about what it does.
Yep.
And it enters the fish through the gills, attaches itself to the tongue, and then feeds from the blood supply until the tongue just wastes away. It clamps onto what's left of the tongue and functions as the replacement tongue. So the fish doesn't die. It can keep eating and living.
Yeah.
It just now has to, they also breed, the parasite breeds.
It's a host.
It's a host.
Right.
But yeah.
Wow.
So when you say it acts as the tongue, obviously, it doesn't transmit taste to the fish's brain or anything like that. But in terms of gripping or
Yeah, and
whatever,
swallowing it it's not
pushes food down the throat
Yeah.
and stuff. So it starts out as a parasite and a host, but then it becomes a symbiotic relationship. Although the fish doesn't have much say in the matter.
No.
But yeah, okay. So
But then nor does the parasite by that point. Once it's finished feasting, it has to remain as the tongue. It's all,
yeah, it doesn't get to go out very
No,
often.
no,
It
no.
doesn't-
Right, so-
doesn't get to go to a show or anything like that. No.
And it won't appreciate spicy food ever again.
No, that's right. That's right. Wow.
Imagine the
interesting.
fish. You know, sometimes when you can feel like a spider or something under your clothes, like crawling. Imagine being that fish and you've got like a tongue.
Is there a louse in my mouth? Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
there
there
is.
is.
A fish eating, tongue
Tongue-eating
eating
louse.
louse.
Tongue-eating louse.
That's amazing. It's almost a great euphemism for like a propagandist, isn't it? That they take over someone's mouth and other.
Yeah, it is. It sounds like a Chinese proverb, honestly.
They speak on behalf of that person, almost like a reference back to Trump again. Is he saying what he wants to say, or is it the louse that's saying it for him?
Damn tongue-eating louse.
I'm going to start using that as an insult.
Yeah.
That's
good.
All right. Do you have a funny in the moment?
Oh, a funny in the moment.
Funny in the moment is a little segment that Morry inspired that we now both do.
Yep.
It's just trying to spread some joy into the world, right?
Sure.
Like people are always head down, face down, no interaction. So we just try to be funny, bit of bants. It either goes well or it doesn't.
Out in the real world, you mean?
Out in the
Or
real
here?
world. And
Okay.
now I'm less out in the real world than Morry. Morry's, in fact, I was at the physio just across the road yesterday and I was explaining to the physio what I do for a living and the podcast and things like that. And she goes to me, wait a minute, this guy, white hair, walking a black dog, usually a blue jacket. And I'm like, yeah, that's Morry. Fucking everyone's seen you, my physio over there.
Local celebrity. Yes.
Okay. Is that the funny in the moment?
No. So, I mean, yeah, whatever. I was at the physio, comfortable clothes, no makeup, similar to what I am today. And afterwards, I went to the receptionist and I said, I've moved over to, my kids are finally on my private health. And I was like, using my new card today. And she goes to me, you're a grown up now. And I was like, it hadn't clicked. And I was like, yeah, I guess. I don't know. And so she's like, did you move off your parents' card recently? And I'm like, half my parents are dead, so no. And then it clicked that she thought I was a child. And I was like, well, no, my children are on my card. I was there because I slept slightly awkwardly and ruined my shoulder and neck. It's not a young person injury.
No.
It was flattering, but it's sort of getting to the
It is
point
flattering.
anyway.
She thinks you're younger than you are.
Yeah.
But you're not on your parents' It's the opposite.
Yes.
Your situation was the opposite.
Correct.
The kids are on their
I'm not
parents'
sure if that qualifies as a funny in the moment or me just complaining about my life.
Just take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
She was saying you look young.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good. Do you have one, Morry?
Sorry, and has she listened to the podcast? Does she know?
They are actually. So I said we actually podcast right across the road, and the physio was like, because I'm seeing her regularly now, so she would like to farm for some material, and I might give them a shout out.
Well, there we go. She might have been practicing her funny in the moment.
That's it.
Yeah.
She's probably like, oh God, I had this comedian in my room.
Well, I've got one that's kind of related, medically related. It does involve my dog, Luna. And I was probably wearing my blue puffer jacket. And so Luna had a bit of a infection, and Labradoodles have regular skin issues. I've been told. Yeah, they're meant to be low allergenic for humans, but they themselves get all the allergies. It's like they suck in the allergy. Like
so they're like my Dyson filter fan.
Yeah, exactly.
At
They're
home.
like a dog Dyson. Anyway, so look, we went in. The vet saw the problem. It was very easy to diagnose. It's a couple of tablets and some extra soap and whatnot, and it came to $350.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yes, that's not funny in the moment.
Not funny in the moment at all. So anyway, I knew it was going to be expensive, and I walked out and walked up to the receptionist, and I did that Life of Brian moment, and you'll understand it. I walked up and I go, the vet said it's all free.
Yes.
And, like the Life of Brian moment is like crucifixions.
No, freedom. They said I could go live on an island somewhere.
That's right. Oh,
jolly good.
Oh, no, just pull your leg. No, crucifixions.
Crucifixion.
So, yeah, she laughed. She got a bit of a giggle. And then I paid $350 for a couple of tablets and, some meaty bits. But, not so funny, but funny in the moment.
I'm very my cat, my elderly cat. I went to the vet the other day and they told me my cat's a morbid beast.
A morbid beast.
He's morbidly obese.
He's
not well. But
that's actually I said good. That's not good.
It's not good. I mean, look, he's old. I think he has the right to be a morbid beast at this stage. But I'm very
and a fat one too.
He's got some heart problems, and I'm very proud. And it's in front of my kids as well. And I said to the vet, I was like, look, are we talking like 6 to 12 months, or like, because 6 to 12 for me is like, I love you, but it's time to go.
How old is the cat?
He's like 13.
Oh yeah,
so
that's
he's doing
good,
like.
yeah,
But then
that's
my childhood cat's still alive. It's 19 years old.
Oh, wow.
So my mum's like, I have this. Yeah, I feel like I need to keep them living forever.
Yeah,
But for me, same with people. Same with me. My God, Morry, if I'm ever, just put me down.
Oh, one word. Taxidermy.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to get you taxidermist.
Oh my God, please.
You'll be in the studio still, just
Holding
sitting
your
there.
I can be a beer. I can be your stubby holder.
that is
This week's beer is.
Well,
wheel
I
you
actually
in.
say I want to get the cat. I've seen people do it. You can get your cat taxidermied and then turned into a drone. Can you imagine seeing just a massive
flying
drone?
cat, a morbidly obese cat flying.
Exactly.
A
So,
morbidly obese 13-year-old flying cat.
so I'd like to do that, but just make me a stubby holder. It'd be great.
Done.
Okay.
Done and done. It's in the will.
I don't know why you're the executor of my will, but here we are.
Yeah, if it's on a podcast, it's official.
That's it. Well,
it's
Stephen,
legally binding. Yes.
thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, fantastic. And always a pleasure to catch up with you, Stephen. I think
Thank you.
we are big fans of your comedic genius. The character. Are you working on any other new characters?
New characters. No, I'm glad you asked. No.
No.
But I'm doing a show next month on June 24th as part of the Glen Ira Storytelling Festival, which you can find at storytellingfestival.com.au. And I'm bringing back my comedy festival show from last year, which is a film live show mashup. It's a redubbed and revoiced film. So if you like Barjas or The Olden Days, those sorts of things where the DJ used to revoice ropey old films and TV shows, I do that, but there's more of a live element involved. Last year in the festival, it was just a film. I've rejigged it, I've reimagined it. Now it's film live.
Oh.
So it's a show like no other because no one else has been stupid enough to attempt it.
Right. Do you have someone in the wings pressing buttons and knobs and putting things up on the screen?
It's a film, but then the film stops, and then I come out, and I don't want to spoil it or give away the surprises because there are some surprises in it. But essentially, I've written a 43-minute film using 15 old films from the 1950s.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's been a lot of work and thought gone into it, and a lot of editing and a lot of sound mixing and all of those things. But it's not just the film, it's live stuff as well.
And no AI, I'm hoping.
No AI.
There we go.
at
So
all.
are you happy now, people?
That's right. Yes, exactly.
Pure noggin thoughts right here.
Pure noggin thoughts out of my noggin. That's correct. And my noggin will be there.
And again, just to reiterate, Glen Ira is the collection of suburbs, but what's the actual location?
Yeah, it's thank you for asking. It's the Glen Ira Town Hall. It's in Caulfield. Caulfield. Go to storytellingfestival.com.au for all the details. And the show's called For the Term of His Natural Lies.
Oh, ba-boom.
Fantastic.
Almost a dad joke at the end.
Almost, but not quite.
Well, thanks again, Stephen Hall.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having
Hall,
me.
not A.
TheStephenHall.com.
And you have been on
This Week in Comedy.
Preferably rock and roll.
How would you cook that?
Be more entertaining. I'm glad you like that. It's a little bit of weed.